Actually, no, since we're talking about let's who's the top 5 in this game? We're talking about it. Let's go over it, man. I think my top 3 is solid. I don't think you can change my mind on top 3 in this game. I don't even know where she is, bro. Drag, Nina, Yoshi. See how they're all on this side? Nina, Drag. See, they're all on this side because they're top 3. I think they're top 3. 110% top 3. Then Alyssa. Yeah, Alyssa's in my top 5. I don't know who my last slot goes to. Ling's probably still top 10. I don't think she's still top 5. King might be top 5. Like, whenever I watch the John play, I'm like, this guy is an also. King might be top 5. Jin could be top 5. Don't let Jin players hear you say that, though, bro. The way, bro, I was talking to Riot for Evo, bro. The guy's like, no, Jin not top 5. Jin not top 5. He's not top 10. Hwarang top 10. Bro, you should tell me Hwarang is top 10 and Jin is not top 10, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it. Jin could be top 5, though. I don't know if Feng's top 5. Jin made top 5 at Evo and Hwarang didn't. I think no matter what, my top 4 is Drag, Nina, Yoshi, Alyssa. I think no matter what, that's my top 4. I think that can't be argued. Probably Feng is the last one in top 5. Probably. I think Jin is top 10. King is defo top 10. If he's not top 5. If King's not top 5, he's top 10. He might be number 6. I think that's the top 5. Eddie must be top 5. He's busting. I think Eddie's pretty weak right now. Ling is probably still top 10. King is definitely top 10 if he's not top 5. Bro, chat, should we map this out properly? Because we're going to forget what we're saying. Is Hwarang top 10 now? So what did we say? My undisputed top 5 are these. Well, my undisputed top 4 are these 4. I think to me, there isn't an argument on these 4 in top 5. There just isn't an argument. You can't argue there's nothing you could say to me and be like, nah. Drag at high level is just, you see him so much and he's so ridiculous with what he's doing. I think he has his issues that everyone does.
Claudio,
but like,
Shaheen and Law are top 10. Law players just play without a brain.
I don't think Claudio might be top 10, but it depends on who else is there. My last spot for top 5 is either Reina, Feng, or King. Like, to me, these are the 3 that could get in there. But I feel like I don't understand enough. I don't understand enough about Reina to accurately rank her, bro. I just play against her and I'm like, okay. I think Ling has probably moved down to top 10. I think Ling's player's biggest issue is the fact that their Ling players are shit. That's why we don't see Ling players produce very high results in tournaments. There's one master event we had Ling in top 8 and that was Shaoling in Ivory Coast because he's a good player. Like, other than him, there aren't that many high level Ling players that are traveling. Mr. Croft hasn't really been going to event. Like, who are top, like Shaoling, Mr. Croft, like I can't even name top Ling players off the head. Obviously Changbang doesn't compete. Yeah, Shaoling's one from Ivory Coast. He used to play Raven. He was a Raven main. He played Raven and Ling, but he was more of a Raven main in Tekken 7. Yeah, I think it's Feng. Feng makes no sense, I think, for the top 5 spot. But like, he's on the edge for me because you still have King. Like, King's another one. There aren't that many King players, but when there are, bro. Like the John, Jake man, just Sandy. Like, when there are King players, bro, they just do.
Players can overwhelm you if you allow them to get going.
I don't know why that doubled up. You know, I'd say Feng. The only reason I say Feng over King is Feng has a better matchup spread than King. King has some horrendous matchup. Like, Ling is still an issue. I imagine Reina would be difficult. I don't know if Zafina's still bad. But like, Feng doesn't really have any matchup. I look like, well, this is bad. I think Alyssa gives trouble for Feng. I think Feng is good against Dragunov. I think Feng does very well against Dragunov personally. Replace Alyssa with King. Yeah, if you think Alyssa doesn't deserve to be in this top 5, you know what you're talking about, bro. Feng has the highest defense potential, especially with shifting clouds. I think the fact we don't see more, if we saw more Feng players use shifting cloud, its potential is insane, you know. Its potential is insane. I just think obviously it's a risk, but I think its potential is insane. But I think King defo goes in the top 10. Reina definitely goes into the top 10 if they're not top 5. I think Shaheen is nonsense in this game, bro. Shaheen is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense in this game. His 4-2-3 makes no sense. It makes no sense. I think if Jin is not top 5, he's top 10. Like, Jin to me is another one that could be here. I'm not sure yet. Feng is good, but you don't see players moving over to him. Because Feng is harder to play than people think. And there are some people have experience against Feng that if you just pick up your pocket Feng, it's not really going to do work. I think Lily sits in top 15 now. Like, when you have characters like Law, Kazuya, Ling. Actually, I think Ling and Lily are similar in strength right now. Yeah, I look at the rest of these characters, I don't see top 10. Claudio is probably top 15. Lily's probably top 15. Ling is probably top 15. Kazuya is probably top 15. But like the rest of these characters, like, yeah, I kind of see it. The Bear's probably top 20. Lydia top 5. Don't lies, please. You probably just don't have to play against the character, big man. Victor's probably a top 15, top 20. I just feel like there's a lot of...
Jin definitely has a lot of plus frames.
What about Devil Jin? Devil Jin's not as bad as people say, but like he's not top 5, top 10, top 15. Like I don't... As long as Devil Jin has a launching Hell Sweep with the range that it has, his mix up in heat when he has Morning Crow. Sorry, when he has heat, Morning Crow is ridiculous. Isn't Kuma strong? Kuma is strong, but not top 10. This is just top 5, top 10. Actually, I might substitute Kazuya for Law, you know. I don't know. Actually, no, I think Law's good in this game. Probably hard to give a bottom 5 than top 5. I mean, to me, a bottom 5 in this game, I don't know. Eddie's probably bottom 5. Lydia's probably bottom 5, to be fair. Until she enters heat. No, Lydia's like a solid mid. Eddie's bottom 5. Panda's probably bottom 5 because of heat. It's hard because there aren't really... I don't think there are weak characters in this game. This is something I've said for a long time. I don't think there are weak characters in this game. There are weaker characters, but I don't think there are weak characters. Paul is not bottom 5. What crack are you smoking, bro? Paul's never been bad in this game, by the way. But for some reason, they were like big buffs, forward 2, 13 frame launcher in heat, unwhiff punishable. Paul is not bottom 5, bro. Yeah, I don't think there are weak characters in this game at all. I think every character can win. I just think you look at these characters here, you see you're playing a different game. I think people say Hwoarang's bottom 5. From here, it starts to round out. Like, if these are the characters that I think will probably make top 5 or top 10 or top 15 in different lists. Like Lily, obviously. Claudio, he's very good. Ling, again, if not top 5, if not top 10, definitely top 15. You know, Kuma. I think Kuma. And here's the thing as well, like when you like, I think Kuma's good generally, but in heat becomes a different animal. I didn't mean to do that. It's weird because like how much do we judge that on a character, right? Because I think Lydia is mid, like she's whatever the fuck without heat, but when she has heat, she definitely goes up. But again, I still think it's knowledge check, to be fair. With Kuma in heat, you're not getting knowledge check. The electric is genuinely going under your highs. The heat smash is genuinely going under your highs. The roll mix up is a genuine launching 50-50, especially with your back to the wall. With Lydia, a lot of it, like if Lydia does hop kick into parry and you get hit by it, if you get parried, that's a skill issue. Dick jab, do a throw, like you have an answer to it, that's a skill issue. If Kuma does electric and it crushes your jab, you know what I mean? I think Kuma could have a spot in top 15, but stuff Kazuya, who I think is definitely going to be among these characters, among us. Yeah, for the most part, I look at this and I don't mind the balance of, when I talk about the game generally, the balance generally of this game, I think generally speaking, like it's not that bad. I just think the characters up here, minus Feng, the characters here, like, oh my God, fuck you. King is probably another, King is another character that elicits the fuck you response from me. But I just feel like on paper, Feng is very clearly better, you know, better than King. It's really like a degenerate. Jack might be bottom 5, might be. Like, again, I think that just shows the balance of this game because he's not weak. But, like, I just think he might be bottom 5, you know? But I think these 4 have to get nerfed. King has to get nerfed. I don't know about Reina because I don't even know what you would nerf for the character, to be fair. Because, again, I look at Reina, I'm just playing the game, bro. But I think these 4 have to get nerfed. Nina's counter hits, Nina's damage, Nina's range, down forward 1-2, jail. Yoshi got buffed. Oh God, Yoshi. Alyssa's down for jail. Dragonov's assholeness. Like, I think Jin probably needs like a bit of a slap on the wrist. I think he's not that bad. I think he's good, but like when I play against Jin, I feel like there's obvious weaknesses. I think his wall combo into Oma when he's in heat is fucked up, but for the most part he's okay. I think Law can feel very oppressive. I think all slide characters in this game are assholes. But yeah, generally, this is how I look at this. I think Victor's another character who could slide. I think Victor's still doing okay. I think Victor's annoying, but he's still doing okay. Again, I don't look at him as particularly this way or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, this is how I look at the game. Alyssa top 5, lol. If you don't understand why Alyssa's a top 5 character, I don't know what to say to you, bro. I don't know what to say. And if it's just a case of you not having experience against the character or not seeing the character, then that's just ignorance, blood. But Alyssa's 100% a top 5 character in this game, and many top players will tell you the same thing. Alyssa is so dumb, bro. Alyssa is similar to Yoshi in the fact that you have to play the game differently against her. But it's been the same way in Tekken 7 as well. I think for her it's even worse in this game because you have to play your neutral completely differently against Alyssa. If I use Hwoarang example, is if I do 4-3 into down 3-4, which is a general like way of playing the game with Hwoarang, like 4-3 down 3-4. On +5, I do down 3-4. If she backdashes, down 3-4 way. If I do 4-3 down 4-1, she backdashes, down 4-1 way. Her backdash and movement force you to play the game at different speed. And then when she has moves like standing 4, when she has a power crush, when she has up forward 2, or is it up back 2, I forget the input. She has moves like this, you actually have to play a separate game than you would normally would against Alyssa. The same way with Yoshi with flash and spin, etc, etc. The same way, you know? And I feel like that, if it was just that, it'd be different. But then there's also the overall strengths these characters have. Yoshi's damage, Alyssa also has good damage, but Yoshi's damage takes you to the wall. You have to, if you wake up wrong, you get launched again. If you wake up right but guess wrong, you get launched again. If you stay down, you get flipped over and over again. That gets ridiculous. Genuinely, it's ridiculous. The Alyssas I thought were kind of easy to beat. What rank are you in? Because I'm over here talking about the game at a certain level and you're saying the Alyssas you have fought. So that is the Alyssas you are playing against. I promise you it's a separate game. Oh yeah, and Yoshi heals all the fucking time. Yoshi heals all the fucking time, bro. Like Yoshi's doing combos and getting his health back. I'm not to say they are all just the couple I fought. So, but what does that have to do with what I'm saying then? No sword stance Yoshi might be a dickhead. Yoshi can launch when you're full HP, he's 30%, and when he ends the combo, he has more HP than you. You know what I'm saying, blood? But yeah, this is just how I generally look at the game. Like if I had to say a top 10 is probably these guys. The only characters that might also sneak into that top 10 are Kazuya, Ling, Lily, but I think Lily and Ling, maybe Kazuya as well. The vast majority of them are held back by their player base. The vast majority of them. Like, look at what Keisuke is doing, bro. Look at Keisuke. Like, Ling players and Lily players need a Keisuke, bro. I guess Chikarin is Lily's Keisuke. Who's Ling's Keisuke, bro? Because, bro, Keisuke's consistency with a character like Kazuya that's supposed to be a 50-50 guess for game, you guess when you die characters is insane, bro. But again, Keisuke is an amazing player. And I know people are going to turn around and be like, are you trying to downplay Keisuke? Kazuya's like, no. Keisuke has been ridiculously consistent with his character. And there's not much you can say about it. Mr. Croft would smoke everyone with Ling. That's why he's been doing that. Again, no hate to Mr. Croft, but like people just say things in chat and they don't know what they're talking about. And that was an example. Paul's held back by the player base too. I think Paul's held back by the fact no one plays Paul. Who do we have in Europe? We got Hexmark and Genius. Genius isn't really a competitor. Hexmark hasn't been going to much. In America, I don't think there's a Paul. Nia is kind of playing Paul, but not really in Korea. There's no one really playing Paul. I think that's the only reason we don't see Paul in tournaments. In top 8, where the fuck, no one is playing the character. You know, he's not weak. Just no one's playing him. No one wants the main Paul. But to me, I think this is my definite. This top 5 is definite. Maybe replace Feng with Jin or King. But on paper, to me, Feng just is better. I can't think of a terrible matchup Feng has. You know, I think Alyssa is probably his worst opponent. But he does well against Nina. He does well against Drag. Actually, Nina can be a bit of an issue, but he does decent against Nina. He does decent against Drag. Does decent against Yoshi. Alyssa's an issue for him. But for King, I think of like Ling. I think Reina's an issue. For Jin, I think Steve. They have like matchups where I look at them like, oh shit, that's pretty bad. Like Feng, I don't see the same, and I feel like having a good matchup spread also is what makes the character super strong. I think Feng can be number 2 with more time. I see that. I don't know if I'm more blind to Feng's strength because I play him. Because I play Dragonov as well, so I don't know. I've heard Jin potentially does well into Feng. I could see that. Brian's another character I think people are sleeping on, but again, you only see Brian mains play Brian, and those are few and far between. But when there are Brian mains like me, Starbreaker, Ty, you see him do well. I think Ty's been very consistent this year, but not like a random pick you can just throw out. Brian gets smoked by Rushdown top tiers. I think Brian, like I agree, because I think Brian versus Hwoarang is interesting. I think if Hwoarang gets going first, it's a very bad matchup for Brian. And I guess this is like top 15 contenders or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, these are the guys fighting for like a top 15 spot. Again, that's just how I look. I think the balance of this game is so decent that like you don't really have like huge gaps like that, right? Law stronger than Jin? No, it's like it just says top 5, top 10. It's not in order. I don't think people's grad Tekken his characters more game balance. I agree, because there's stuff about the game that is like, God, this is the ugliest top 5 ever. I hate all 5 of them. I think this is a horrendous. And the worst part about this top 5, bro, they're all shitty matchups for Hwoarang besides Drag. I think Hwoarang does well against Drag. Yoshi is hell. Alyssa is a hell. Nina is annoying. There are many situations against Nina that are really bad, but in general it's not that bad. And Feng is Not as bad as 7, but still bad. Okay, never mind. I lied. Like half of the 5. Just Alyssa and Yoshi are fucking god awful for him. Other than that, Jag is decent. I think Hwang is decent against Jag. Nina's probably 6'4", and Feng is probably 7'3". If that.